be tangoing when that song plays. That's a fun song. Welcome everybody to Laguna Studios Live. It's Happy Surgeon Day, and I'm freaking excited. How long have we been waiting for this?
It's been a little bit.
It's been a hot minute.
John would
Yes.
probably be making a face right now if he was on the stream.
Yeah, it's the whole series has been fraught with challenges and tragedies, and we made it to the end here. This is the finale of this arc of the saga. John's gonna come. He's gonna be here, and we'll find out from him what he wants to do after the surgeon. We'll see, because I know that Doc Hanover is gonna be living in his head for the rest of his life. So we'll see what he wants to do. And
Yeah, he had a lot of potential things planned, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
wouldn't be
lots
surprised.
of cool ideas. So hopefully, hopefully this isn't the last we see of Doc Hanover, but it's the last we see of the surgeon. The story. So Fish forgot that he was supposed to come today.
That's fine. Is he still coming, or he just
That's
forgot?
okay.
I'm responding to him.
That's okay. That's fine.
He just messaged. I think he forgot.
I,
I just asked him yesterday, so I didn't think
I
needed
kind
to
of nearly
remind him.
forgot because
Everybody forgot. It's fine.
I
It's
nearly
fine.
forgot because I was coloring stuff.
Okay. So, yeah, this has been quite a ride, and we've got a trailer, and we've got I'm just excited about the Kickstarter just actually launching, because I feel like we've been working on just the Kickstarter for like a year. I mean, it's only been a month, but it feels like a year. And anybody who's
Yeah.
built one of these knows that it's not like hard, like it's obviously not physically hard, and it's not, you wouldn't think it's like emotionally hard, but it's so tedious, and you have to collect stuff from everywhere, and like it's that should be a job. You should get paid to build Kickstarters. Like we should get paid more for building Kickstarters.
It's a hassle.
I think that Kickstarter could make it a little bit more fun, but a little bit
What?
easier, but okay, Fish is coming as soon as he brushes, and I quote, his luscious beard. He's
Yeah,
coming.
because you said brushes, and I was like, brushes what? Because he doesn't have hair on top of his head.
Everybody had to brush their various hair before they came, except for me. I did not brush my hair. I don't ever
I had to brush
my
mine.
hair. Yeah,
Yeah,
Katie.
I had to brush mine.
Katie doesn't
but
like the feral look. I tried to tell her it was a good look, but she didn't like it.
Hey, I had enough of the feral look after sleeping in my car after the burn supper on Saturday. So
So I am way
I forgot
too
to take
old.
a brush with me.
I was way too old to sleep in the car anymore. I don't know how you did it.
Yeah, are you okay?
Well, neither do
Oh.
I, because I'm too tall for the back seats. So it's like,
That's fair. That's fair. There we go. That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah,
Go
we're
to
just shy of like 200 followers too, I believe.
Really? Awesome. I
Mhm.
haven't checked that. I've been in there, but I haven't actually checked
Wow.
the launch
Yeah.
page.
Mhm.
But if you want to, well, at this point, I guess I'm very distracted. There's a cat. She's at the window. I don't know what she's after, but now I'm kind of scared. Am I gonna be murdered by a ghost? Oh yeah, 191. Nice.
Well, if you are, I guess we'll have it on camera.
Yeah, I'm afraid that might just make it look like I'm crazy. Yeah, it's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine. We all float down here. All right. I wish that John would come faster so that he can do the talking about it, because I don't think anybody's going to do justice to the story quite the same as John will. But we can try. If you go, so like, just like quick synopsis of chapter 1, So the surgeon answers a call for a doctor needed and ends up in Turtle Island, which is a fort, not an island. I was a little disappointed about that. It's not an island.
It would have
Covered
been
in
easier
turtles.
to defend if it was an island.
That's true. It would have
Yeah.
been more difficult to get to, which would have been a benefit for the defense, but difficult for and like maybe they wouldn't have enough space for farming land, like to grow stuff. I don't know.
And you could use snapping turtles as like landmines, just biting people as they go past.
Yeah, you don't screw around with a turtle. Those turtles are. Have you ever been up close to a snapping turtle?
No, I don't think I've seen one in this country.
Huh. Well, they're pretty common around here because we're right along the Mississippi River. So, and they love mud. They love mud so much, and they're actually really cute right up until you get real close. And people think of turtles as slow, but actually, if you get there's a reason they're called snapping turtles. Oh, speaking of, Fish is here, and Fish has snapping turtle stories. Hi, Fish. Thanks for joining us.
I had to go change my shirt rep the right.
Hey,
Company.
Fish.
Oh, nice. Repping the brand.
I
was
don't
repping
even
a
have one of
completely
those
different
yet.
studio.
I guess I could have worn mine too, but I'm lazy. I don't wanna go to
I'm
it now.
supposed to have one, but Sarah hasn't sent it to me yet.
I really wanted to
it's
rep
en
my
route.
Lori shirt, but that's not the right studio anymore.
Lori's Laguna shirt is en route. You'll have it soon. That's my bad for not sending it sooner. Katie also has one.
We need
Kevin?
the Lori shirt, the Lori repurposed somehow, because I really like that fucking logo. God damn it.
You could always like paint over it with bleach and then write Laguna underneath it instead.
Right, I mean, it's me. It's mine, right?
I'm sure we
It's
can
your
figure it
face.
out.
You can copyright your own face.
Yeah.
Hey, Chris. Thanks for joining us. So, Katie and Fish are here because they did covers for us, and I don't know if y'all saw the covers because they've been posted around social media a bit, but they are awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to show off the covers on this, because...
Yeah, same.
I just can't believe how fast Fish and D got the covers done. I was like, wait, what? If you finished already?
Yeah.
I know,
I
right?
don't.
Have you met me?
Yes.
That's how I do everything. And that one particularly was fun because that was inspired by a movie poster from one of my favorite movies ever. So that was extra encouraging to get back on it every time after waiting for some approvals and whatnot.
Yeah. I mean, like, both of you seem to be finished in the time it took me to do, like, the sketch for mine. And the
Well,
stuff.
okay. And that's, yeah. Well, like, Katie, you rag on yourself for being slow all the time, but when you guys see Katie's cover, you're going to understand
Man.
the thing.
And
the
like the
reason.
difference in quality is like, boy, you knocked out that watercolor painting really fast, and I'm still working on this 8-foot block of marble over here. Like it's a completely different thing.
Katie, I know you said that you were happy to be able to do some horses again, to draw some horses again. So it's not super spoiler to tell you that Katie did a horse. So if y'all followed us on social media, you'd know Katie made a horse for us.
If anybody knows
Hopefully
Katie,
people aren't
straight
shocked
horse.
by that at this point.
Yeah,
Horses?
it's kind of on you. But
If I get drunk, I draw horses on everything.
Nice. So there could be people walking around with like napkins that have a Katie Rooston original sketch on it.
Oh my god!
Just because they bought her a drink once.
Probably, yeah.
There are
That's pretty
so
cool.
many
Probably.
scraps of
I think that has
notebook
actually
paper.
happened.
I know so many people that are like, "Oh, I've still got that like skeleton dragon you drew on a piece of loose leaf notebook paper one afternoon. Like, I'm holding on to that until you get famous and I get rich on it." I was like, you can hold on to it if you want. You ain't gonna get rich on it. But I mean, more power to you. You can hold
I
on
guess
to it.
never say never. We don't know.
If anyone can hear snoring, it's my dog. He's asleep right up against me.
Nice. The things we do for the pets.
Yeah, he's been super clingy because I was away for one night over the weekend, so it's just like you just abandoned him.
So
He
yeah,
wasn't
so
abandoned. He was staying with my parents, but yeah.
you
Right.
abandoned him. That's the problem. So
Well, he thinks I did.
So Fish did this really cool cover, and he didn't even like send out over concept sketches or anything. He's just like, I know this one's a winner, and he just roughed the whole thing out for us, and just was like, this is the one that you're getting. And obviously we got it. We were like, yes, no notes, carry on.
I didn't say that. I just like I
No.
got really excited and I did it. And then I was like, here, if you want something else, I'll do it. But like I got excited and there's a joke that
But yeah, it was perfect, and John was giggling about it the whole day. He was very happy about that one. And we did. I mean, I also said there was no notes, but that was an exaggeration too, because there was 2 notes. I think they were minor,
yeah.
but there were in fact notes.
Mhm.
And Katie, yours is Katie has a. Well, I guess it's not fully like it's not like the photorealistic paintings that you do like with acrylics and stuff, but it's a realistic painting, whereas Fish's is very much comic style. Like you can't compare them. There's neither one's better than the other. It's just they're so different. And
Yeah, absolutely.
and D also. I mean this cover collection is freaking awesome. They're all good. They're all amazing. I don't
Yeah,
even
they
know.
are. And Hedwin handed one in at the very last second today.
Literally today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like I didn't even get it fully uploaded. Like y'all are gonna be able to see it, but like it's not. I didn't finish putting all of the because when you make a Kickstarter, you have to make 8,000 graphics with the same that are featuring the same piece. So I just didn't get that far. So like you'll be able to see it. It's up there. It's just not up there everywhere that I want it to be. So when we're done with the stream, I will definitely finish that. But you get what you get now. I just wanted to be able to show it off at all. So that's the important thing because we can show it off.
I love that you can put images on the items now and add-ons and stuff, but then that also means you have to make images for the items and the add-ons. And
Yeah.
oh my god, that's a lot of little images to make.
It's a lot of extra stuff. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When we make them now, it's one image, and that one image goes into as many places as possible.
That's how I'm trying to do mine, so I
Yeah.
can reuse them as often as I can.
Yeah, it's like so. Yeah, neutral background.
Right.
JD Smith, what sort of trouble did Fishman get into now? The kind of trouble where we got an awesome cover out of it.
Oh yeah. When some of my favorite creators in indie comics ask me to do a cover, I'm gonna be there to do it. Absolutely.
Facebook users here.
What's up, Brad
I'm
Arnie?
a Facebook user.
I
it's
wish
Brad.
it's Brad. Yeah, it's Brad.
Just ship
and-
this package out.
Yeah, I think at this point, Brad and J-Man both know that they have to tell us who they are because for some reason, Restream hates their Facebook accounts and will never let them show their names. So, whatever. I mean, it's fine. I do appreciate that you initial yours so that we know who it is too. Because
Absolutely.
when J-Man comes and you're both there, it can get confusing.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so. I feel like we're like in limbo, like we gotta wait for John, but we don't. John's coming, and we're not gonna wait for him. We're gonna launch at 5:30, like we said. Well, the party starts at 5, and then we launch at 5:30, and we've got a trailer to show too. But like I feel like we're sitting here like we're still waiting for somebody.
I love a good trailer. Oh,
And I wonder
love a good
if
trailer.
Mike is gonna be here to try and get first backer, because he seemed like he was pretty busy today.
Oh yeah.
I should have invited him on because I would love more live reactions of Mike if he does or does not get first backer. Because that's pretty
I
good.
want more clips. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this morning, and Morgan, if you're watching, I'm sorry, and it was just a joke. But this morning, our friend Brian Lambert from Wingless launched Air Force Ones, and it looks freaking awesome. You should go back it. Just go to Kickstarter, search Air Force Ones by Wingless. It's Wingless Comics or Wingless Entertainment. It's Wingless for sure, and back that because it looks amazing. And it's a graphic novel, and you can get the digital for $15. Like, it's a 70-page, so it's well worth $15. And but yeah, like they launched, and I was like, ooh, I got time. So I sat down with my computer, and I'm like ready, and I keep hitting the refresh button, even though you don't got to do that. And they're like, and we're live, and I hurried and quick back the first level that showed up. And then I was like, did I do it? And then Brian's like, yep, you did it. And I was like, yeah, suck it, Morgan. And then as my comment shows up to them, Brian is talking about what a genuinely sweet person Sarah is. And I'm like,
Suck it, bitch.
yeah, sometimes I guess.
Classic.
Yeah, and I backed it before Kickstarter sent out, like I backed it so fast that Kickstarter, the email that says back another thing by Wingless Entertainment, like that came after my confirmation of my pledge in my emails. I got a screenshot of it because I was going to show Brian later. Yeah. And we're going to do some fun cross promo stuff with Brian for his comic too, because like we launched the same day we got it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his is, I mean, like Brian is good at what he does. So
Yeah, he really is. Man,
I'm
I'm
no
excited
problem.
too because he's been talking to me about this project for a really long time and like how excited he is. And
Yeah. I haven't known about
robots.
it. Yeah, freaking mechs. Yeah.
This stream is always deviant. I don't know what to tell you. It's...
We get into
And what sort of trouble did Fish get into? I feel is just like he's always in trouble of some kind. Like that's just how that works.
Probably.
I'm always doing something.
Hey, Andrew.
What's up, Andrew?
Hey.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited to see all our friends popping in and having a comment. I know sometimes that our friends are watching and they're lurking because they can't comment at the moment.
Mhm.
And,
Or they're watching at work or something.
Yeah. Which I appreciate that, especially if you're like watching
Yes.
on the down low and you might get in trouble if you get caught. Like I appreciate that you guys are putting yourselves in danger here for us.
I almost got J-Man in trouble one time on my art stream for that. And he was like, my boss man's over my shoulder. So I just started talking to the boss man, and he ended up getting a kick out of it.
I remember that. We were
I
there.
remember that, yeah.
Nice. Last night on Critical Affection, we had a couple of people comment that they really enjoyed our kind of shop talky stuff that we were talking about how to do something. And I was like, well, you need to just subscribe to Agents of Geekdom because that's what we do on these shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, and also go out and like outside of just that, because like the Experience has a bunch of that kind of stuff. Your channel, you do that, especially like I know you got stuff on TikTok. I don't even know where you get time to draw because, well, you don't need time to draw because you just like and you're done. But
Well, the working 16 hours a day, 7 days a week doesn't hurt. But yeah.
But yeah, like I know you're on TikTok giving out tips for free all the time.
Mhm.
And yeah, the information's always out there as long as you can find where it is.
Man, I tell you, a tip that I picked up this time that I just kind of did by accident, but it really helped with my OCD because like packing the shipments and stuff stresses me out so much, and the anxiety based around that part of it is what usually keeps me up at night and why I didn't want to do this myself. Because like on call one, I didn't sleep for a week around this time just because I'm running over everything in my head a million times. Like, did I get everything in Sarah's package that she was supposed to get? Like, you know. And this time I went through with Post-it notes. I put down the backer number, the name, and what goes in each package, made a list of Post-it notes, and I also made a list of hand-done thank you cards this time, and I put the backer number on the bottom.
Jesus Christ, Katie.
Her fucking legs.
And
Sorry,
so
Fish.
Way to
as I was-
derail the story,
Sorry.
Katie.
as I was packing them, I've got the Post-it note with the name and the number. I flip over the card. It's got the name and the number. And that just clicked in my head that, okay, this double checked itself. And I put everything in there. I put the Post-it note on the box. I put the backer number on the box. So I've got another thing in case the Post-it fell off. And then as I printed out all the labels and stuff, then I can just match it all up. Okay, this is Brad Arney. I take the Brad Arney Post-it note off, put the label on, put the Brad Arney Post-it note over here, put an X on it that I know it shipped. It clicked in my brain, and I'm not running over it and over and over. I got all those boxes packed in a day. I got so excited about packing, I forgot to send out my surveys. So I didn't have addresses for everybody. So I'm waiting. I got most of them in that night, though. And so.
I did.
just waiting
I
on
did
it.
get my survey, and I filled it out for you this morning. But I was all digital, I think.
Yeah.
For the Call Fishtails T-Man one. JD says I must be a ball buster. I made this morning when Lori and John and I were putting the finishing touches on stuff. I made a comment that made John go, and I was like, was that sassy? I didn't know that was sassy, but apparently I think he appreciated it because I was just being matter of fact, and it came out a little harsher.
Oh,
Right.
I love it when people will just be straight with you. Just be like,
Yeah,
this is what
sometimes-
I need.
Yeah, sometimes it comes out sounding mean, but like, it's
Oh,
so much
man.
easier to get it done.
All the time. Like, and I try and prepare new clients for it. With my ticks, I might do that accidentally, but I'm good. I try and prepare my new clients, but like if there's a mistake or a problem or something, or like you want to change something in a page, just give me really clear instructions on what you want. You know, everybody wants to be nice and keep from hurting your feelings, and they want to hem and haw around like, oh, it's amazing and it's perfect and it's beautiful. It's just like something needs to, just tell me what needs to change. Like, you don't have to worry about my feelings. Just tell me, like, you know, make him taller, make her bigger boobs, whatever it is you want. Tell me that, and I'll do it. And I get kind of matter of fact
I like
because
that
I just
too.
want straight answers. And they're like, oh, dude, don't get mad. I'm not mad. Just tell me. I just want to. I have
For
such
sure.
a harder time deciphering all the neurotypical nonsense to try and keep from hurting the feelings, to sift through to the nuggets of what you actually want. Just tell me. I'll do it. I'm
I
fine.
hear ya. And yeah, and like I am much less fussed about you hurting my feelings by being a matter of fact than you not just getting what you need from me by
Mhm.
trying to be nice. Like, just tell me. Yeah. I mean, don't be a dick
Exactly.
about it. You don't got to be a dick about it, but
Oh yeah.
like, yeah, just matter of fact, point blank. Yeah, I like that. I appreciate it. Andrew says launch the Crank
Yeah.
Stomper, and we are gonna. And actually, we should. I'll queue up the moving picture thing trailer.
There we
Really?
go. It's a talkie and
That's
everything
the
on
My
better.
there.
brain good.
Mm.
And yeah, we're ready. So yeah, in a couple more minutes here. So I guess if y'all want to watch the trailer, let's do that.
I would love to watch the trailer.
Alrighty. Is everybody ready?
Last time we saw Dr. Hanover, she was cussing and throwing rocks at Little Bird as he ran off, dragging a furious horse that'd sooner kill every man in South Dakota than leave his mama. Hanover was stuck on a mountaintop with no weapons, no horse, and a bunch of medical gear to hump out of the woods by herself. Yeah, that's tragic and all, but tragedy requires a flaw in the hero, and hers were many. Let's not forget, she arrived at this point after disappointing the people of Turtle Island when they asked her to stay, and she did everything she could to scrape them off her boots. She also broke her word with First Nations United after earning their trust and promising to ride with them to bust up the slaving operations. So, rather than help people, win allies, and live with support and community, she decided to run off with Little Bird and lean into a life of mean, wild, passionate banditry with no rhyme or reason, no eye to the future. Little Bird had set her up perfectly just to knock her down for reasons only he really understood. As we begin Chapter 6, Penny is stolen, Little Bird is on the run, and Hanover is furious and alone on the wrong side of a whole bunch of burned bridges. So without further ado, Chapter 6, Blood.
Woo! That was fun.
Man, that is such a beautiful book. Like, it is so beautifully illustrated. I'm impressed.
All right. Everybody's in there and they're just chomping at the bit, so I guess let's do it.
Okay, I'll go press some buttons, I guess. Alright, one sec.
Oh, I don't think my internet liked that video very much.
I did see
sorry,
I did see that
Katie.
you got a little choppy in my little view box thing or
Like,
whatever that's called.
Yeah, all I saw was like the video froze and I could hear their dialogue.
Well, that's okay. You can watch
It
it later
is
when it's
live.
uploaded to YouTube's.
Who's gonna get the
Man.
first slot?
Oh, man, seriously. How is it?
Oh,
Oh, excuse me. Whoop.
That drives me
Matt's
nuts.
here.
My password is always right when I log into there, but then all of a sudden it's wrong when I want to back something.
Always the
I have
way.
that happen a lot too. It's like confirm this. It's like, no, you don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
I need
Or
it
like-
done now.
I get in fine, and then I want to go to my backer report, and it's like, oh, wait a minute, you got to log in. And so, like, it automatically loads up the same password it just loaded up. And it's like,
eBay used to
"Oh,
do
no,
that
ain't
to me.
right."
So stupid, yeah. Very
eBay liked to do
frustrating.
it when I was trying to snipe something. So it'd be like the last few seconds, like, no, I don't want to log in again.
Oh my god, that was always the worst. I'm glad I don't mess around with eBay anymore because my anxiety can't take it. I don't wanna.
I've discovered never do that when you're listening to combat music from something, because I was trying to like get to the last bit of something once, and I had combat music on from one of I think it was Half-Life, and I was like, I must have had like a heart rate of about 150 by the time it finished, just because this music was dun 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 dun. Dun. It's like,
Yeah, now all of a sudden it becomes life and death, and I must win.
yeah.
Holy shit! It went from not even launched to 4 backers. Oh, Matt said he missed the first backer. I'm sorry. Who got
They did
first
good.
backer? We need to know. So we need to know who gets the coveted first backer award. I think it's coveted. I don't know. We're gonna call it coveted.
It's coveted,
you can
but
call it that.
I was hoping I'd get it,
Um,
but then I had to log in again.
Stupid.
Nope, it was
stupid
Brad.
Kickstarter. It was Brad. Congrats,
And he-
Brad.
Not surprised.
He pledged $69. I don't know if that was just an accident with our pledge amounts or he's trying to make a joke, but either way, it's amazing. So,
Giggity.
thank you, Brad.
Andrew got number 3. He says.
Yeah, Chris Daly was 2 and Andrew was 3. Fish was 4. Matt was 5.
Wow.
So-
Y'all were like right at the same time.
Okay, now I can move my pledge to something I actually want. Oh, that's what I want. I want that fish leak cover. That thing's sexy.
It is pretty good.
I think the closest I've ever got to top spot was second, and Sarah beat me.
Is that for Fish's last one?
Might have been, yeah.
I've
Yeah,
only gotten it
y'all
twice.
were the
so
first two.
I've only gotten first backer twice, and today was one of those times. And Fish's, the one with Claw number 2 and Fishtails and T-Man and Hyperstrike, I got number 1 on that too. And like, I wish I had more money because I'd be backing for all the physical stuff. I want the books and the posters and all that, but like I don't have any money and I don't have any space, and that means I have to back digital, and that just makes me so sad.
Oh yeah. I mean, I really come to enjoy the digital comics, and I love the fact that like when we go on a trip, I can take a drive with me that has 600 comics on it, and I don't have to haul around like a short box full of stuff to try and catch up on reading. Because trips are my main time that I can really catch up on stuff, because there's not enough time to really get work done when I'm up in the morning drinking my coffee before everybody else gets up. But I can read some comics and stuff and like read them before I go to bed. And I love that about it. And I can just take all I want with me and read and read and read.
Fabulous. That is very true. Yeah, like the stuff. Oh, Andrew says he pledged for the deluxe merch bundle. Now, I don't remember which one that is. It's one of the big ones, though, so thank you.
Yes, thank you, Andrew.
That's Andrew, man. He always swinging for the fences, man. He's got all the merch and all the stuff.
You know, and like, there's no excuse for us not to like. I feel like I've been eyeballs deep in all this stuff. I should remember which ones because I named them and I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm bad about that too.
It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm just gonna quickly change that there thumbnail so that it doesn't, because we've launched now, so we don't need that.
There you
go. Ooh, Katie's stealing my internet. Oh wait, there it goes. Never mind.
Yes.
It's okay. We're fine.
So this will be the first time in...
There's another chunk.
I don't know how many projects that we don't launch with Project We Love. I don't know why. Kickstarter doesn't like us anymore, I guess. No, I don't know.
I suspect it's we've started to they hired some new people, and I bet it's got something to do with that. Because
I think it's the shuffle with the comics representatives at Kickstarter.
Yeah, because I feel like they like us a lot. So
I got it on every book I worked on up until Green Zone 2, and then that was it.
Bummer. Green Zone's a good book too.
It is. I was really proud of it.
Just wanted the covers and had to get the acrylic and the custom coin. Yeah, that coin is gonna, I hope it's gonna look good. I made the art on it, so like I'm not feeling very confident.
Those acrylic figures are cool. I've been seeing those everywhere.
I think that, well, we kind of had been talking about doing them for a while, but it just never happened. And then suddenly it was a thing that could happen. And was Maria the first one that we did? It's the Maria figure?
Yes. Yep.
It's, it looks
and
really cool.
it went really well. Like I ordered them, the price was really reasonable. I got them real fast. They were in great condition, so I was like, we need to do more of these because they're
absolutely.
Really
cool.
Absolutely, I agree.
And like I can't help but think those would make really cool like gaming miniatures too, you know, at small scale to be able to get really cool images and get something customized of a character. Like that's part of the reason I use paper minis in my game, because I can make really cool paper figures quickly, and I made these little bases they snap in. But I think those acrylic ones would be awesome.
Yeah.
I think I saw a Kickstarter once that had like it was entirely those acrylic minis. Just that was part of the actual sales thing for it. They look pretty cool though. I mean, they obviously would save space compared to the 3D models, and you don't get like swords breaking off them and stuff, which is what I'm finding with the D&D ones.
And one of the things that I've really come to love about the paper ones too is I can put them in like trading card sleeves for a binder, and I can carry 600 minis with me in a binder that thick, and it's just great, man. I've got so much room. I've got like bystanders and security guards and like moms pushing their kids in strollers and all kinds of extra stuff that I would not carry if I had to carry actual like miniatures around that took up space. I wouldn't be bothering with civilians and crowds and stuff.
Sure. Sorry.
Yeah, there's a company that does those types of miniatures, and I can't remember what they're called. But they do a shitload of them. The only downside is you don't get to paint them. The 3D ones are fun to paint.
Yeah. And painting's half the fun of it, really.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like when I collected Warhammer stuff. I was useless at fighting them, but I love painting them.
Yeah, they're fun to paint.
Yeah. That's I've
Yeah.
never played a game of Warhammer in my life, but I've painted so many of those figures, and it's infuriating, but I love it, and I don't know why. Like I hate it, but I love it. You know. I haven't
Like,
painted
I
one
did
in a
play a
really
few.
long time. I should do that again.
Yeah. I did play a few, but dice notoriously hate me, so I tended to lose because I'd just be like failing all of my rolls. It happens in D&D as well. It's kind of got to the point where like one of the guys in my D&D group offered me 2 dice to ask me to pick one, and then discarded the one I picked because
Jesus Christ.
it'll clearly be the unlucky one.
Rude.
Ooh, yeah. Well, we can, I guess, show off some of the covers.
Yeah, let's
while
look
we
at
wait
some
for
of these
John.
rewards.
And
I'm
some
gonna
of
let
the
you guys
art.
go through and check out this art here after, but first let's look at the covers. Can I open in new? And now I gotta like reshare it, don't I? Damn it. Oh, can I just share the whole tab? Or the whole? Wait. I know what I'm doing. I'm a professional.
Exactly. The Surg.
There we go. See that? Professional.
Indeed.
So this one's by Omar and Hedwin, Zaldivar, and yeah. Do I need to say more? Just look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Look at it.
That's powerful.
I like
Yeah,
the gaze
if you
direction.
paid close... Sorry, go ahead.
I like the gaze direction, like drawing you to the knife, and then you kind of go from the knife back to her again. That's really good composition.
Yeah,
Mhm.
agreed. Let's see. This
Yeah,
one
if
looks
you-
familiar.
Look at that section.
Oh,
See, now my thing's all messed up here.
if you guys
Alright.
paid close attention to the trailer, there was some interesting stuff going on that we haven't seen before in any of the previous issues. If you paid very close attention, there's some very interesting things.
And yeah, a digital cookie to whoever tells us first what this is a
Yeah.
homage
I was
to.
gonna say,
because-
like, I didn't want to give it away, but there's a really funny joke that made me laugh out loud when I was reading the book that referenced this particular movie, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have to do that."
Yeah. There's at least 3 people in the comments that have been commenting, at least 3, probably more, that know the answer to this. So, but yes, this one's by Fish, if we haven't figured that out yet. And this is what I said. He's just sent us a rough sketch of this and nothing else. He didn't send us any options like normally. In the past, like, generally you'll, as an artist, you send a couple of different like general ideas,
Like
thumbs,
rough thumbnail
to-
kind of stuff. This was
Yeah.
pretty much
and
John
he
pencils.
basically just sent us like, this is what I came up with, and we were like, yes, that's what we want. Yes.
This
I
is
got carried away.
you get what you're given.
Yeah, I was like, I know I know, Fish, you did say like, I'll do something else if you want. And I was like, well, why would you want to? No, we need this. This is amazing. amazing.
No, yeah, it's awesome.
It
Mhm.
just like when it hit me, I was like, "Oh my god, that's beautiful!" And when I was looking at the original movie poster, I was like, "Oh man, the way she's laid out is perfect for the surgeon." And and I could put them there, and I could put her over there, and I could put and I just it was over before I knew it.
It's outstanding, yes.
And I just really dig the old movie poster vibes too. I always wanted to get to work on those when I was a kid.
All right. And I think Mr. Pence has arrived. Hello,
Hey,
John.
team. Hey, look at all these cool people.
Where?
I like how John's like by himself right here.
What is that? I don't know how to fix that, so John's gonna be alone.
Y'all
Like,
just
you're the
go.
boss. You're the boss.
That's right.
I dig
Well,
that.
hey, I just walked in, literally just walked in the door from work. And so my day job is I'm a physical therapist. And the reason I had to stay late is because I was treating one of the best pain docs in town and kind of cluing him into some stuff that I'm into that he's not necessarily into. We had a good discussion. So, pain doc learning more about pain from a guy with the associate's degree. What's up?
Oh man.
That's cool.
I just speaking of from the standpoint of somebody who has been on pain meds for like 18 years now at this point. I was watching a video on TikTok and a friend of mine was going off when somebody had said something about being old and their back hurt getting out of a chair, and he's like, why would you still deal with pain when you could just go to YouTube and watch Bob and Brad? And he just kept going on about the physical therapist Bob and Brad. Why don't you just go watch Bob and Brad? And I was like, this dude's nuts. So I go look at just out of spite, and instantly they diagnosed why I've been in pain my entire life. Gave me a list of exercises to do to help it. I did those exercises and started weeping because I was not in pain for the first time in like 20 years. And now I'm like working my way off my pain meds and everything with my doctor because of a couple exercises and a lift in my shoe to make my legs the same length. And
I wish I could have been there for you sooner, but
dude,
Bob and Brad could have been there for you sooner too.
I'm mad nobody even tried to help figure out something that would help or point me in the direction of somebody that could. And we're just like, here, let's throw meds at it. And,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Wow.
Yeah, and healing people and hurting people. You need to know the same anatomy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's irrelevant here.
And like in my scripts, I tried for Dr. Hanover to make really specific anatomical strikes. I couldn't always get the artists to play along with me, but the scripts, she was hitting femoral artery. She was. I'm guessing you can hear my hound dog howling.
A little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Do something about that.
If
I'm a
I'm
little
barking
surprised
back, don't
that
take it
happened.
personally.
And Katie's dog isn't flipping out about what the fuck is that?
Oh, he can't hear me. I've got the headphones on, but like I can't comment. His feet were in the middle of the screen, so. It's...
Oh,
Yes, let's look at this one again.
so maybe that one is one that you'll get in quotes about 2/3 of the way through the book.
It's just excellent.
Because if you have to go underground where the tunnel rats are, and we know this, to bust up a slaving ring, there's a movie that has a similar theme. You know, in Joseph Campbell's hero's journey through the myth cycle, you always got to go underground to free people.
Well, yeah.
Anyway, that's the thing.
But is there anything that you wanted to tell us specifically that you haven't already about Discoverfish?
I really enjoyed working on it. I tried to use a more painterly approach. Like, I've been trying to channel my inner Katie after watching some of the
She's
episodes of
getting
her
to
show
you.
and stuff. Like, it's still got the outlines and stuff, but I'm trying to pick up more. I'm trying to push myself more on things when I can, and I've really been enjoying it. This was a lot of fun, and like he was saying, the two stories have a lot in common with like the way they work and function. So it was really fun to be like, ooh, I could put this character there in that place, and I could put this one here in that place, and you know, it was a lot
Have
of
we
fun.
named it yet?
Mm-mm.
I don't
Not
think
yet.
it's a spoiler. Can we do it? Or are we,
Oh,
is this a game that we're playing?
I mean, we were gonna see if anybody figured
Yeah.
it out.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Michael Dolan's comment makes me suspect that he does, in fact, know, but nobody has actually said in the comments what it is. So,
Well, so I don't even know how the Kickstarter is doing yet. Like I said, I just walked in the house.
would you like
I'm
to
going to
find
go get a
out?
glass of whiskey, and if you guys give it away, that's okay.
Okay.
Be right back.
Well, I'll wait until he gets back, and then we'll go check in on the Kickstarter. But for now, let's have Katie tell us
Oh.
about this one.
Oh yeah, I was just really happy to get the opportunity to draw a horse again. So I did like quite a few different sketches that I was thinking, I can base it kind of what's happening in the book and be inspired by it. But I think John liked this sketch best, so I kind of went with this one. Although there was a bit of a moment when I was thinking this kind of looks like the cover of a teenage girl's book, like the sort of thing I wrote. And then I ended the blood and the knife, and it's fine. And my friends are like, "Did that horse murder somebody?"
Maybe.
No, he would have the knife if he
Definitely.
had just murdered somebody.
So I know John really likes this cover, and because he called Paint the only true hero in the book, I think, and I think he appreciated having
Yeah.
Paint get his own cover. May I help you? Why are you bothering me so
Yeah,
much? These fucking cats.
I kind of added the snow, and I was doing one or two flakes of snow, and I was like, that's not enough snow. I need to add more. So I was playing around with these different ways of drawing it, because everything I've been painting recently here has had snow in it. I don't know why. Like the last several paintings I've done have had snow.
'Tis the season.
Like my real acrylic paintings. It wasn't even the season when I was painting most of them though, because it takes me ages to do stuff. So I just keep starting stuff in summer that's got snow in it for some reason.
Well, that's fair, but everybody, I want you all to know that Katie completed this cover in like a couple of weeks, so she does not take ages on everything.
I'm gonna say that's pretty quick compared to the car cover that we've been waiting on.
Yeah, I know. I will get around to finishing that, but I just seem to have
What you
so
do
much
have
to
of that claw cover also looks amazing, though.
That's the
Yeah,
thing.
it
I'm
is-
so excited about how good it looks. I
See,
want
what makes what
use it.
stresses me out about Katie's art is that like she starts blobbing paint onto a palette and it looks amazing immediately, and then she's
Right.
like, "Oh no, this is just the rough stuff," and then she starts to refine it, and it's
But
like,
it
"Oh,
looks
that looks
great, yeah.
beautiful." And the rest of it looks like shit now because you made that part so good. And then she goes back and then she'll like get all of it completed at that stage, and then she'll start at the top again and refine that more. And it's like, stop! It was fine the first time.
Yeah.
So,
I do that with my acrylics as well, though. My mum will come in and say, "Oh, that looks like it's finished." Like, not even close. He's just got another 2 weeks at least
but
for work.
that's why Katie's won awards and I haven't.
Mhm.
I
Okay.
love that cover.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I was sort of saying how you were happy that Paint got to be featured here.
He's my boy. I love that horse. He was so easy to write. Like characters, my characters take control sometimes, and they'll tell me what they want to do, regardless of what I have on my outline, and I'm like, no, that's not what you, okay. And Paint was always like, yeah, it's obvious what I want to do. He never steered me wrong.
Mhm.
His intentions were always clear. His motivations were always clear, and he was capable of doing anything we asked him to do.
Well,
Yeah.
He's a
I'm
good
glad
boy.
he's got a cover. Like, he deserves this cover,
He
especially
deserves a cover.
like he deserves a cover.
And if we get into continuing stories, I don't want to write it, but if I ever have to write the death of Old Paint, it's going to be called the death of Old Paint. So right up front, I'm not going to surprise you about that. He is like, spoiler alert, for all eternity. He's going to live as long as I do, as long as I got anything to say about it.
Yeah.
I'm okay.
It's,
with
I've just recently been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again, and getting ridiculously attached to certain horses, and you just do. But there's a point in the game where one of your horses gets killed by the story, and I've never emotionally recovered from that, even though I've played the game like 3 times now.
Oh my god. Well, I've never played that game, and now I don't want to. I've always been thinking, like, I should play that game because
No, you should play the
talks.
game. It's amazing, but there's
I
one
don't-
particular mission.
Okay, I was traumatized. My mom took me to see Dances with Wolves when I was 9 years old, and I have never been okay about the death of a horse since. So, I mean, if John ever comes to us with the wanting to publish the death of Old Pain, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm out on this one.
I'm done. Thanks.
I can't.
Not doing that cover.
Good to know. We're all on the same page.
All right, next, let's move on to another one that features a very angry horse, a very angry paint.
I love the movement in that one.
I love her color choices in this. This is by D Fish.
Yeah.
This is cover D.
And
That was.
Oh my god, I love that so much.
it is.
Oh.
And I love this cover because I hate that color blue, that cyan, for many reasons. But for one, because I was kind of a self-taught graphic designer, and I once said to a printer that I wanted to do 100% cayenne, and he said, "Dude, that's a pepper." It's like, look, I read it. Nobody ever said that word in class. Screw you. But like that turquoisey color, that's the highlights in this, is so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, she kicked ass on this. It looks so good. And yeah, D wanted to come, and she had to do another meeting. She had to be like a grown up and shit, which
Yeah.
sucks.
I love
Boo.
We'll get her back on here eventually.
That really pushes the movement of it with the background being out of focus. I love that.
And it's it's a very charged, no pun intended. It's just, and the angle is so cool too. And she said she was hunting for reference photos because this is one of the few times she says, "I'm not a horse drawer," and I was like, it kind of looks like you are, D. And
Here you are drawing a horse.
looking at it like that is not an easy pose to pull off.
That's the whole reason I ended up buying this thing, just to help me keep it in proportion. Because when I use my imagination, I get close. Like, you can tell what it is, but you can tell it ain't right, and I don't know why. So I got some references to help.
Well, actually, my picture of Old Paint is not drawn from a reference. I had lots of different references for different bits of it, but I have the advantage that I used to work at a riding school, so I used to be around horses all the time, and I learned to draw by copying out pictures out of the horse kit books I got as a kid. But I was quite pleased with it because, like, I have never tried to do that for something that's published before. Like, just missed. I couldn't find one with the exact head shape and stuff, so I just mashed it all together. But
And Katie, the thing I like about yours is it's like that moment when he notices what's going on. Like, he hasn't made up his mind to like fully commit, but he's like, "Wait, what?"
Yeah,
I didn't zoom in.
Wait.
We got to look at the
side eye. It's like,
his face. Look
We
at
haven't
that
gotten
face.
the full like white eyes, and we haven't gotten the full like snot coming out the nose of anger. But he is kind of like, "Wait, what?"
it's like, what did you say about my
he's-
mother?
Yeah, he's plotting some shit. You got to be careful of this guy.
Why is there a knife on the ground? Why is there blood everywhere? This ain't cool.
Yeah.
And he turned out great.
Thank you.
Okay. And finally,
Oh man,
this is from Hedwin Saldivar. And
that is beautiful.
that's a hell of a pose, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It looks great.
Yeah.
This is another one with like the face. Okay, so like it's pixelating and shitty looking now because it's web, but like look at the expression.
Yep.
That's really. It's a very powerful pose.
Yeah,
Powerful.
yeah.
It's intimidating. It's got the boobs out, so it's still kind of sexy, but powerful. I love it.
Yeah. It's
But it's not like a pose. It's
Mm-hmm.
it's a moment. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's something. It's
Like-
between one thing happening and another.
She is about to rain hell down on you, and
Mm.
like that's the last thing you're seeing, and it's
Yeah.
gorgeous.
Funny thing is, the thing that's catching my eye the most is how good the folds of the fabric are on her
Right?
trousers.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, and that it's easy to nerd out on, but yes, they
Yeah.
are.
It's it reminds me of remember for Heart Eater, Ian was here and just going off about the light on the boots.
Yeah.
I was like, that, yes, exactly. And if you're not an art person, I guess, then maybe it would be like, so what about the light? But yeah, like it's the folds, like it's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because fabric's quite hard to get right. It's really easy to like get the folds just looking all weird, but that really does kind of make sense.
Mhm.
Well, and especially like around the hips, like as much as the legs can move, and as much pull as that pulls on the fabric in different directions, and
Yeah.
that's so complex to try and get something that looks right. That's came out
Mm.
great.
Yeah, it's amazing. And like this snow flying up here, as someone who lives in the Great Frozen North, I appreciated the hell out of how that looks pretty fucking accurate to how snow looks when it's whipping up on the like the
Oh,
banks, the drifts of snow. Like it looks accurate.
And that's the snow jumped out at me very first thing. Like it is hauling ass. I can feel the burn of that cold wind, and I love it. It's great.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's a great
Sarah,
cover.
you have a guess.
He's driving me crazy. If I hold him, he's not bothering me if I hold him. He's being good if I hold him. But he's like chewing on my lower parts, my legs and my toes. And I was like, fine, then come here.
Chewing on my undercarriage. I can't have it.
And he wouldn't come up, so I just grabbed him. And now he's behaving.
Do you have
This
the
cover
cowboy
reminds
hat
me-
nearby?
Do I what? Oh, no! Shit, it's just out of reach. Damn it.
Yeah.
Okay.
This
okay,
cover's
let's-
reminding me of my my neighbour's favourite saying when it was in winter, which was, "It's as cold as a witch's tit in a brass bra."
I've heard that one a
I
time
like
or
that.
two. Well,
Indeed.
it's a cast iron bra over here, but it is the same
It-
sentiment.
It's brass down south. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, no, that's my grandpa was always colder than a witch's tit in a cast iron bra. Yeah, it was almost musical the way he said it. Okay, let's look at where we're at here right now, cause then
Reload
refresh
it.
just for good measure.
Yeah, reload it.
Wow. Hey, all
'Cause I
right.
was gonna say it's better than that.
Yeah. Look at it go! Oh,
There we
I'm
go.
sorry.
Somebody
There we go.
heard a.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
nice.
I made him panic. Did you see that?
Yes.
I didn't see it so much as I felt it when he dug his claws in.
We need
So-
y'all to pledge so we can get this poor cat more cowboy hats, gear.
You want to? I don't know if I can show it really well here, but like, do you want to see how I tortured my cats, my one specific cat, for this?
It's quite a cute picture, the one that you sent me.
Yes, where is it? I tortured my cat for this.
Bob Bundle.
He actually hated the hat a lot,
Cats don't like stuff
Yeah.
on their heads.
but I plied him with treats, and he tolerated for a little bit.
I once
What-
saw this thing about how you can like break a cat's brain by putting a tinfoil hat on them, and they're
Really?
just like looking up like completely confused. So I tried it with my old dog Jed, and that there was not a thought behind those eyes. He was just looking at me like, huh? He just
I
didn't
did-
care.
I did so I did do I got Bob in here twice because that's just too much shit to put in that tiny ass thumbnail. So you get cat pictures instead. Bob's not included, as it says in the description. But see, as you can tell from this photo, he didn't care about the bandana. The bandana was fine. It was the hat he did not care for. But he got lots of treats out of it. So
Needs a little sword is what it needs.
yeah, I didn't have
tiny
enough
pistol.
time. I had so many props planned for this picture, and I just didn't have time to fix them to make them all. Otherwise,
Oh man, trying to get a cat to sit still for a picture in the first place. Was
yeah,
a victory.
that is the thing too. So maybe I'll continue on working on that, and we'll just drop them in as like updates for the campaign.
You
We'll
know,
just do
But are
that.
you gonna get him in tiny cowboy boots? That's the question.
Ooh. I'm not
Photoshop.
gonna make tiny cowboy boots. Do they sell tiny cowboy boots on Amazon?
I
You
don't
can
know,
get
but they should.
Anything on Amazon.
Catcowboyboots.com.
Okay. It's probably porn. Don't type that in.
It probably
I mean-
is.
I mean, I've seen like plate mail armor made for a squirrel, so there must be cat cowboy boots out there somewhere.
All right, yeah.
Okay, hold on. I got a
Chris,
quick
I-
story
I-
on that
Possibly did that already.
because a lot of people don't know that I actually am a licensed pastor, and like I've married all my kids and stuff. But when I was looking for a job, looking for a church to preach at, and I was going along, and I typed in I found this website, preacherjobs.com. So I thought, oh yeah, this will be a great resource. No, it is not. It is all like 80-plus-year-old ladies. You know, I will never unsee what I saw when I went to
Oh
that
my god.
website.
I'm
Brain
sorry.
bleed required.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Let's look at some rewards.
be careful on the internet. Stick to Kickstarter.
My
So-
old dog
Safe
in
search
later
on.
years developed a flatulence issue, and I looked up dogfarts.com.
Oh
It was porn. How is that porn?
And that's the thing. Like, what makes you think when you click on my dog's really sick? Let me click on this. Like, oh, you know what? This porn is. That's what you really want. Like,
That's a happy distraction. Yeah.
no!
You just change your mind halfway through.
Do you think JD's still here to ask what the hell we're talking about?
We're over 1,000 now.
Woo! I didn't.
awesome.
Thanks, Facebook user.
Is that Brad still? It's probably Brad, right? 1,001. We're at a palindrome. You see that shit?
Oh, thanks, y'all.
Awesome.
No, that's a great thing to come home to see. That
Yeah.
1,000 mark is a hard one.
I'm excited. I mean, people have been waiting for this book, so I'm really glad that we got to get it out to
Oh, man.
get,
I've been
get it for
jonesing.
y'all. And you know, the art is stellar as always as we keep flipping through here.
It is so good. It
I like
really
this page
is.
a lot.
That's one of my favorite comics pages that I've ever written. And I mean, there it is. You see the script. I'm so happy with the way that turned out. It was exactly what I wanted.
I really like the internal artwork as well. I've been admiring it as I was looking through to get
Mhm.
some inspiration.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It's really
yeah.
good.
I like the color palette actually, with the lots of the blues and everything. I was kind of going for that with my cover too, just sort of stealing the color palette from the internal
Mhm.
pages.
And the tonal shift and the colors from scene to scene, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
One thing that I
The-
particularly dig about the way this has come full circle from Zach through Stan, through the Zaldivars, was that the seasons, well, it's not so much seasons as the weather is changing in this. And, it
Yeah.
gives you a sense of time. But the whole, one of the reasons for people going underground was that the weather had gotten so bad. And we go from like blazing hot in the first couple chapters to this when it's like, up north, you could see snow like this in September. You can see snow like that in October. Let's dial it back. Let's make that August, right? Like,
Yeah.
what if that snow is super duper early, or super duper like in the wrong time of year?
Messes with your food supply.
Oh,
Yeah, messes with your food supply, and just your sense of storytelling too.
So, all
Like how
right.
much
So
time actually did pass.
we looked at these covers. So this turned out really cool.
Turned out
Everybody see the skateboard?
so cool.
I was gonna say that's a skateboard.
That's a skateboard deck, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, always clicking the wrong damn window. Yeah.
There's
And
no reason that we need a skateboard deck, but
There's no reason we don't need a skateboard
Sarah,
deck.
thank you for indulging me on that one. I bet you a nickel that we sell at least one.
Well,
It looks really
cool. I don't know shit about skateboards. Do I look like a skateboarder? I'm not a skateboarder.
Not yet.
All right, fair. I could be a skateboarder. I could also die because I am very clumsy.
People die all the time.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
I mean, I might as well go out trying to do a cool skateboarding trick.
Exactly.
There's a bigger overlap than you would think between like the skate community and the post-apocalyptic cowboy surgeon assassin lady community. Like, there's a big overlap.
I sensed it. I smelled it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, well, I think that I agree that at least one person's gonna buy this. I mean, come on, look at it. It looks really cool.
I mean,
And
I think I
that's-
know someone who would like a new skateboard because I saw them trying to do a trick on it and it was rotten at the front, so it didn't work.
And this is art from the very first cover of the very first book, but I don't think we had any variants for that one. And that's
No.
by Zach Dolan, and it fits perfectly on there. It looks
beautiful.
perfect. It looks like that's what it was meant for.
And now as we get around to chapter 6, and that's the end of this arc. I think it's important to look back and like show Zach as much love as we can, because he lifted this up. He gave us the design elements. He did a lot of the grunt work in deciding with me like what this world looked like and what levels of technology, what levels of found versus manufactured goods we had. A lot of heavy lifting was done by that guy.
Yeah. I think that some of the most dynamic pictures of paint are the ones that he did too. He had a way about making that horse look pissed.
He hated drawing a horse.
I remember telling him before we released the first book, I was like, the horse people are going to come for you on this, right? Because it's not a very perfectly anatomically correct horse. And he's like, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter. And then after the fact, after we released it, and he comes back to me and he's like, you were right. I'm sorry. And I was like, I know you're not going to fix it. You shouldn't fix it. But also, I just wanted to prepare you. So I'm glad at least you knew.
Let's never underestimate how rabid the horse fan community is.
The horse people can get intense. It's not bad, it's not good, it just is.
That's why. Like, it's fun to draw horses. That is what makes it scary. Is the rabid community around it.
There are other communities like that out there, I know, but the horse one is the one that I'm most familiar with as far as
almost like comic book people are that way sometimes.
Yeah, also fair.
But if you combine the comic people and the horse fans, the horse
God.
people, it's even worse.
Oh my god.
Bitchy hate.
So another coin. We've done a coin for almost every. So everybody should have a handful of these coins now, right? There's Hanover, and there's Rogers, and there's Martinez.
I think so. And so, like, we didn't do it for 1 or 2. I think we started at 3. And shame that it is, I only had the first one of Dr. Hanover. I don't know what happened to the others. I know Lori sent them to me.
Well, speaking of, this is what the Doc Hanover actual coin looks like. So you can expect the paint one will look similar.
It's heavy. That's one thing I like about it. It's like,
yeah, I haven't actually gotten one, and so hopefully I'll be able to get one from this one, because and I honestly I don't think that for most of the Surgeon I was kind of a I was a member of the team, but I wasn't really involved in it like I am now, and so it didn't even occur to me to ask for one, because I know Lori would have sent me one if I would have asked for one, but I didn't. I was just like, eh. And now
I totally have a couple of each
nice.
in a box, so you can still have them.
See, that's what I love about my beautiful, thoughtful wife. She backs every book I work on and gets like all of my covers. And I was like, babe, you don't have to do that. And she's like, yes, I do, because I know you, and you're going to give away or sell every copy you have. So these are mine. You can't get rid of. So you got something to stick on the wall.
Oh,
I was like,
But that is actually really, really sweet of her, because it's true. We're gonna if you give it to
absolutely
our stuff, we're gonna sell it. We're gonna make sure that everybody who has who wants one has one, and that we will give you our personal copy if it gets to that point. Like if it means us not having a copy so that you can, we're gonna give you our copy.
Oh
That's
man,
what we do.
last month I sent out copies of the first issue of Sentinels I worked on to my Patreon backers. I pulled my one off the wall that has been up there forever. I pulled it off so I would have enough to give out to all the backers.
That's cool. So
in my house, there's a good chance I'll have forgotten where I put them.
So for the coin, technically I drew it, but like you can see Zach's influence very heavily on this one. I looked at a picture that he already did to make this, so like I feel like I should change that to say that Zach also drew this one, because it's like obviously that is I drew it based on what Zach drew. I did not do that from my own brain. So and that's about the best that, like, that's if I go any farther than line art, then it starts to get a little iffy. So so this is where I was like, yes, I can absolutely do a coin, because it's just line art. But you can very clearly see that I did not do this. I did not come up with this design on my own. This is Zach's design. And I
love those teeth. Like, a predator is going to bite you a certain way. A creature that eats grass is going to bite you a certain way, and that's the way that.
Have you ever got bit by a horse?
It hurts.
It
Yeah.
don't feel good. It
No,
don't
I've
feel
been
good.
bit and stood on at the same time while he's looking at me. Like,
I
that was
read
weird.
somewhere that they have a bite force harder than a wolf.
Yeah.
So- But it's chisel teeth.
one of my uncles actually was a farrier by trade for a long time, and he actually did not have a pinky because the horse bit it off. Like a horse can bite off a finger. Absolutely can bite off a finger.
They can just completely crush your bones.
A couple of years before I started writing The Surgeon, I had a friend at the time tell me that he had seen a horse bite a full-grown man, in the trapezius muscle, and lift him up off the ground and throw him to the ground. And that happens finally in Surgeon 6.
I read a story somewhere where this guy saw this horse. They had a stallion, and it was dragging something around in the paddock, and he was like, "What on earth is it doing?" And he went over, and it actually was his father, and it had ripped his arm off. They are very dangerous animals.
Oh no!
Christ!
Yeah, they
I
are
thought you were
very,
going to
very
go like
dangerous.
it was a coyote or it was a puma or something. Like
No,
nice.
People underestimate horses. They really do. Just because something's like, well, it's like that thing with the tourists in Yellowstone, isn't it? Just because something's a herbivore, it doesn't mean to say it's safe.
Yeah.
Right.
So acrylic figure. This is obviously just a mock-up, but like, how is that not going to look amazing when it's done?
Oh man, that's awesome.
And that's more art from Zach. D Fish did give us a little bit of an assist to complete the art because this actually there were just bits sticking out, and I was like, I'm not confident that I can appropriately fix this. So I reached out to D, and she's like, absolutely. And
That's the most fun to do.
It looks perfect. It looks like Zach completed the whole thing. Like, she did a great job. And
What's really satisfying, getting into chapter 6 here is the community that we've attracted. Like we've gotten some artists, present company included, that I really admire, and I just love that y'all worked on this book with me. Thank you so much. And
Absolutely.
the results, and just in little things like putting together the acrylic figure. We need somebody with a little talent to connect these lines. Cool. Let's help. And I love what those guys are doing with the I can't remember the combined like Hotshot Lumberjacks thing that launched today. The like 7 or 8 books all in one omnibus.
Oh yeah, Bequest
We
Studios.
were-
I was literally wearing their shirt before I switched to put my Laguna shirt on for this.
We found our people. I think this is good.
mm-hmm.
Thanks everybody.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
This story is fantastic, and I'm glad we're getting to tell it. You did an awesome job with this story.
Well, thanks.
We got a handful of really great quotes here. I did cut out all the spoilery stuff from a couple of them. So you're not going to get a big spoiler if you go read these. And we looked at all this stuff. Oh, wait, did you see this? Did anybody
man.
see this?
No.
We got a few, there's not that many left, but we do in fact have a few original pencils.
Hell yeah.
And this is like the last chance probably the last chance that you'll get to get your hands on any of Zach's original pencil pages from The Surgeon. Hi Kyron, thanks for joining us.
Hi,
Thank
Kyron.
you. Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, man. You can't see it at all. Whatever. This is
Trying to-
page 22 from chapter 1. It's my very favorite page that Zach drew.
Excuse me. So yeah.
Where,
Yeah, let's
Dr.
not
Nana
forget that
Fisher's
that's
forward.
there. It's down here somewhere. Excuse me. There we go. There's a limit of 10. But you can, in fact, get a page.
A
So
limit of 10. Yeah.
there's just not many left. Kyron said he joined to see Mr. Fish's lovely beard, which Fish informed me that he did brush before,
Oh, I had
especially
to.
for us.
I can't come on here all wumpy jawed and disheveled looking.
Wonky jawed.
I gotta be coiffed and beautiful.
Okay. The Bob bundle is just like one of everything. So we don't need to go through that. Like if you already went through all the other rewards, then we don't need to go through that too, right? One of everything I should say except the original pencils by Zach Dolan, because we only have 10 of those.
That's
I mean, we're only making 10 available.
Yes. That's
Does
a
the
better way to
Bob-
put it, yes.
Does
I
the
don't
Bob
only
bundle
have
come with
10
a photo?
pages.
Well,
Yeah.
yes, there's
Does the
only
Bob bundle come with a little framed photo of Bob with the cowboy hat on?
could.
it needs to.
It could.
It could.
Yeah.
I got
I hope
it.
that I hope that pic's in high enough resolution for print.
I took it with my iPhone, so probably.
No, it totally is. It's way more resolution than you need.
I have an iPhone because
I'm
I
seeing
day a guy
posters,
who is an Apple
cardboard
technician,
cutouts.
so make a life-size Bob standy.
I would
So,
say like
that
6
sounds
foot
funny,
tall.
but You know, he's enormous, so that would be a very large standee.
But it'd have to be kind of at an angle like this because you're looking down at him.
Yeah.
Right.
You'd have to be like, no, stop.
He's a cat that's bigger than my dog, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Yes. And Lori got to see most of the pictures. I was just sending them to her as I was taking them, I think. And some of them, like, it literally, he's looking at the camera like I'm beating him. And I was like, please don't do that to me.
So, yeah.
I'm literally feeding him with, I'm plying him with food the whole time I'm trying to take these pictures. And he's just looking up at me like.
All y'all in the audience who are, interested in getting started in comics, be ready for like a steady stream of real-time cat pictures.
Very true. Ugh. See, and yeah, he's. I think he's been in every single campaign since we started Laguna Studios. So I think he might be in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a thing now. You guys just have to deal with pictures of our cats. That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, man.
So.
I was gonna put pictures of my wiener dog in everything. I filmed him when he was a puppy in the Green Zone Kickstarter because I just like sharing pictures of my wiener was too funny. I wanted to do it. He hates it, and like he will not wear an outfit for nothing. Putting his collar on is dang near impossible. If you even move it, he will flip out and take off running outside.
Wow.
And, yeah, he's not a photogenic little turd at all.
I got a photo of Hazel when Hazel is photogenic, but she hates clothes. And they've got this one picture where I got this like fancy, like custom made tailored dog coat for her because she gets cold in the snow. And the look she's actually giving me looks like something off one of the RSPCA adverts. Like, this dog has been neglected. Please donate. It's however many pounds a month.
Why do you hate me?
Oh no. Yeah. And
she only
normally...
walks sideways as well. She walks like a crab when she's got it on. Yeah.
That's almost $1,300.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
Well, hot dog. Thanks, everybody.
I appreciate
guys.
everybody. I appreciate you all for backing and liking and sharing, which is also extremely important. You know, everybody knows that the algorithm hates us indie comics people. So, like, they want us to pay if they're gonna show other people. Like, they don't even show it to our friends list anymore.
No. And that's so frustrating. I mean, there's like over 4,000 people followed my Facebook page for my comics. I can't get 200 people to see anything I post. Period.
Yeah, it's frustrating.
I didn't even see the same see the stuff that you said about the Hot Shot and Ace Blade one. I haven't seen that. Facebook has suddenly denied me seeing stuff about that, apparently, so I'm gonna have to look that one up. So yeah, I'll have to. I mean, it's like I do. You know, I've backed quite a lot of their campaigns before. I don't know why it's just not showing me, but
Gotta wait for those emails that come. And
if I read my emails.
Real quick too, before we go, Sarah, I sent you Hedwin's final art because the art we have is still in progress in the group chat with me and John. It's just really cool, so we could show it if
do we gotta have a look at it here?
Yeah, he added some cool shit to it. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Okay, now you gotta show it.
That's
See?
a good gasp. We need to
Oh
see.
my god!
Wait.
Holy shit! Oh my god!
I was
Okay,
looking at the Bequest Studios thing. What did I miss?
hang on.
Check the group chat with me and Sarah.
Yes, the group chat. But I'm bringing it up here. Oh my god, it looks so good. Okay.
The messenger group, Facebook Messenger group chat, John.
I'm getting there.
Alright,
Are you guys ready for this? Are you
Yeah.
ready?
No, I can't even.
Ooh,
They
What?
put flames in it.
that looks really good.
Oh, the depth in her hair. She needs a
Oh my
haircut.
god. Oh my god.
Oh, the covers are so good for this one.
I know.
Man,
Every
that
single
is
one is a
great.
freaking home run.
Man, that one makes me feel bad. I need to redo my.
Mine needs
no.
flames now.
But yeah, he fleshed it out a bit. You can see with the lighting and the colors. So I thought you guys should.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's wow. That
Yeah,
looks
that's
so good.
really good.
I can't make it any bigger. I don't know how to use this. Kyron says that's stunning, which it is. Agreed.
It is. It is gorgeous.
There's a zoom button in the bottom that looks like a magnifying glass.
Yeah, but it's like it's not. It's Restream that's the problem.
Oh.
But we can look at like this
Oh,
is.
what's up, Restream?
I
Got
just
some
don't know how to
customer
use it.
feedback.
I think it's me.
They're watching. You know they're watching.
and yes, Kyron, we definitely. Actually, I should message you when we're done here because I'm making appointments for other stuff too. But yeah, oh my gosh, look at the difference. Like, just it already looked so cool, and now look at the like. Wow, it's so good.
She looks mad.
her cheeks are a little bit windblown and chapped.
Mm.
It's as if she'd been out in the weather.
So good. Oh wow.
That's
I think
fantastic.
the folds in her shirt look even better as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
So are we
I
calling
think
this
that
one
changed
final?
too.
Is this the
This is the final. Yes.
you know,
That's. I did note in the Kickstarter that what we were looking at was still a whip. So
well, goddamn, that is.
this looks amazing, and I will
That's right
update
on.
these images immediately so that y'all can see this cool ass finished piece. Oh my gosh, that's so good.
Did Hedwig come to fuck around? No, he did not.
He's very late, but he's not fucking around.
That's been my experience as well.
Wow.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Okay, I'm gonna put that up so that y'all could go and look on the actual Kickstarter because like this is not doing it justice, and the screen is never gonna do it justice. Like you're just gonna have to buy the print book, I guess. Kyron's leaving. He's gotta go pick up. I thought you sent your butler to do that. Anyway,
Butler
thank
had
you
to
for
pick up
joining
his
us,
own
though.
kids.
Thanks for joining us, and I'll send you a message about doing Four Tails because we totally want to do Four Tails sometime. I don't think we've ever been on Four Tails, have we? That involves getting up really early, so I'm not
It is
crazy about
early.
that part, but it's okay. Like I'm gonna do that because he always has a great show. But like I mean,
It's one of my
I'm up.
favorites.
I'm up by the time his show is on, and I try to catch it when I can. But like I'm up and like in my pajamas, and you know, like I'm not people ready yet. So that
I'm
involves
up
getting
time
eating my
that is for me.
cereal, drinking my coffee, enjoying my Four Tails. The worst part about it, though, is even though our show comes on the night before, I know their show comes on in the morning. When I wake up the next day, I almost always forget it's Saturday, and I usually just get to work and forget that the podcast is coming on, and I'm usually deep into pages, and I'm like, oh, crap, the little alarm just went off. I have to switch over real quick.
Yeah, I like to put it on, but oftentimes I can't comment, and I'm always mad because I'm like 1,000 miles away from my phone or the computer or whatever, and I want to make a comment because y'all know like I can't resist the opportunity to make a smart ass comment, and so it makes me mad when I can't do that, and that happens a lot. And all out, I can't go watch everybody live too, so I try and watch it after the fact, and it's not the same.
I still make snarky comments, but it's not nearly as much fun.
Yeah, it's a bummer. So, okay, well, I think that we should stop now before we make this worse because, like, we're not going to get any better now.
Fine, stop.
and yeah, and it's I'm guessing it's Katie should be Katie should be in bed right now. If she were,
I should be, but I'm coloring for I'm finding D. So.
Ooh, yeah, Finding D. That's a thing that's happening soon too, isn't it? We'll see.
I'm making sure she's got lips in every page at the moment. So.
I saw the comment about her having a tongue, and I was like, what the fuck did I just read? And if I didn't have any other context with that, that would have been the weirdest thing I'd seen all day.
Well, I'd gone through all of the pages and done all of the skin color and the hair color, but I realized I didn't actually have a reference on the actual reference sheet for what color her tongue is. So she doesn't have a tongue in any of the pages at the moment. Well, she does now.
Fair.
She's like 20 something. But
Chris says, my
yeah.
show isn't live, but I do it early as well. You guys are the opposite coast, so it's not too bad. Yeah, see, if you're West Coast, then it's a little easier for us. But, like, Kyron's up at, like, 6 o'clock in the morning or some shit, isn't he? I think it comes on at 9 Central Time.
Yeah, it's 9 Central, so that's really early.
That's
for
7.
him on that.
Yeah, that's
What's
7.
that in
Pacific.
GMT?
And on a Saturday, too. Oof. I don't know.
That's
man.
like the
That's
worst possible time in GMT.
Oh.
It's like the time that doesn't
3
exist.
p.m. I just counted it on my fingers. It's 3
Oh my
p.m.
goodness.
I do. I count on my fingers all the time.
Well,
And
you
now I
deal
know.
with her a lot more, so yeah.
Yes, that's how I know.
I can tell you, I can give you a pretty good guess of the time in the Philippines right now because of my flatter, but that's only because we work together all the time.
Comics people and
Oh.
time zones. That's
But whatever time you usually have your stream, Fish, it's usually like 4 p.m. for me. So,
Yeah. So, well, thank you everybody who's back so far, and thank you Fish and Katie for coming and talking with John and Lori and I about this very exciting project that we are very happy to finally get out for everyone.
Thanks team, for
Thank
your
you to
help.
everybody who helped. The Zaldivars and Dee and Chris was there. Chris was helping with reviews and promotion and stuff.
That's right.
God, who the hell else? Like, there's too many people, and I don't remember them all to thank. But that doesn't mean that I don't appreciate.
Once you
them. I
start
appreciate
listening
the hell out of you.
person by person, you're stuck in a loop. You got to list them all,
That's true.
or you go to hell.
Well, help. It's your book,
I
damn it.
don't write the rules, man.
Everybody in the whole wide world, I thank you. Thank you, Chris. We definitely, we keep trying to get onto Chris's show, and just schedules don't quite line up. So we're going to do it one of these days. It's going to happen. Yeah, and if you can't back, we get it. We do. And if you would just like and share and comment on our posts, share the link to our Kickstarter at go.lagunastudios.net, that would be fantastic. Because
Tell Kickstarter to give us Project We Love, because I don't know why they hate us all of a sudden.
Oh, I'm choosing to remain optimistic that they did not purposely do that. That we just got overlooked in the chaos. That's my, but yeah, tell them we want Project We Love. No, don't tell them that. Tell them that we deserve it.
There you go.
Be assertive.
Thank you. Yes.
And like and share and comment and tell everybody how cool it is, because it's pretty cool. And yeah, thank you for coming. And we'll see you. So we're gonna be back on Monday on Critical Affection to talk about this stuff. And we're gonna be on Chat and Draw at some point, and we're gonna be on Super Geeked Up, and we're gonna be on what else? We're gonna be on some other stuff.
There was some other stuff. I can't remember.
Super Geeked Up, Chat and Draw. Oh, 5-star. We're gonna be on 5-star Fridays.
Yeah,
there you
yeah.
The hell? How could I forget that? You're right here. Jesus.
I forgot too.
Fair. So, yeah. So, keep your eye out for those appearances coming up, and we're past $1,300 now and 49
What?
backers. Yeah, $1,346 and 49 backers. So, thank you very, very, very much. We love you.
Well, I'll be damned. That's awesome.
I appreciate everybody who parts with their hard-earned cash to give it to us. Appreciate the hell out of you. Yeah. So let's watch the trailer thingy.
Oh, I haven't
Movie
heard of
picture.
my.
Let's watch that one more time, and then let's get the hell out of here.
Good night, y'all.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, and have a good one. Good night.
Last time we saw Dr. Hanover, she was cussing and throwing rocks at Little Bird as he ran off, dragging a furious horse that'd sooner kill every man in South Dakota than leave his mama. Hanover was stuck on a mountaintop with no weapons, no horse, and a bunch of medical gear to hump out of the woods by herself. Yeah, that's tragic and all, but tragedy requires a flaw in the hero, and hers were many. Let's not forget, she arrived at this point after disappointing the people of Turtle Island when they asked her to stay. And she did everything she could to scrape them off her boots. She also broke her word with the First Nations United after earning their trust and promising to ride with them to bust up the slaving operations. So, rather than help people, win allies, and live with support and community, she decided to run off with Little Bird and lean into a life of mean, wild, passionate banditry with no rhyme or reason, no eye to the future. Little Bird had set her up perfectly just to knock her down for reasons only he really understood. As we begin Chapter 6, Penny is stolen, Little Bird is on the run, and Hanover is furious and alone on the wrong side of a whole bunch of burned bridges. So without further ado, Chapter 6, Blood.